There's 3 parts to this video: an intro and unboxing of my new Stickles glitter glue by Ranger, a swatching and comparison of the colors, first how they look wet and then later after they've dried, and a demo using Stickles glitter glue on a project. Stay tuned for all. Oh, and bonus, at the end I'll share the useful free gift that I received from Scrapbook Pal when I opened my Stickles package. All 4 of my favorite Stickles glitter glue by Ranger are empty. I have used those Stickles glitter glue up in a whole bunch of projects. It's my favorite glitter glue. For example, in art journaling, very nice for outlining. Lines and dots are my go-to with Stickles glitter glue. In a junk journal, it's good glitter glue for a junk journal, good glitter glue for art journal. If you're looking for scrapbooking glitter glue, whatever it might be, there's a lot of reasons why I like Stickles glitter glue. The main reason why I like it is because it's really concentrated. It looks glittery. It's not watered down. Some glitter glues, when you look at them in the bottle, they look all sparkly and pretty, but then when you squirt them on your paper, they're diluted, or they have a lot of clear filler in between them. So I like Stickles glitter glue because it's very concentrated and shows up great. It's also acid-free. So I'll be doing a little sharing of what's in my new glitter glue bag. For the first time, I purchased some supplies from Scrapbook Pal store, Scrapbook Pal online store. And so I'd like to do a little swatching because in addition to my favorite Stickles, I ordered some new ones and they look similar. And so I want to compare and contrast, see what's different between them. Let's just do a little decorative border around this. I'm planning to make an art journal just for swatching, and I'll put this folded paper into a book, an art journal book, art journal swatch book. I'm Kathleen Arola-Johnson. Thanks for clicking the subscribe button here at Creative Solace Studios and checking out all the fun mixed media content that I have available for you for free. So let's see what treasures are in the bag. You already know what my favorites are and that they're in here, but I'll tell you the names of them. And at the end, I was excited to see there's a surprise in here, a freebie. And so thank you, Scrapbook Pal, for sending something extra in here for me to try out, something I've never tried before. I will show you all what that is at the end of the video. Wow, check out these colors. Pinks, reds, greens, gold, white, sparkly, and clear, and blue. So I have 10 brand new glitter glues here, Stickles, and there's 3 Stickles that are in the clear or white category. I am very interested in comparing them and seeing how they look different or the same compared to each other. This one is called Crystal, Diamond, and Frosted Lace. Do they look pretty similar to you? Can you see differences? Let's find out. The red that's my go-to is Cranberry, but I wanted to compare it to the Christmas red, which looked a little bit brighter. So we will compare those two. I would like to look at Hibiscus compared to Glam Pink. Looking at those Stickles, what do you think? Pretty similar, or can you see differences? So Cranberry is my go-to, along with these 3. Lime Green, Goldenrod, and Ice Blue. Everyone likes their own palettes. This is my favorite glitter glue, Stickles glitter glue palette right here. Before doing the glitter swatches, I'll write the names of each of the Stickles glitter glue by Ranger ink on my paper. I've also heard people call them Stickles glitter gel, and I'll link Ranger Industries art supplies in this video's description, as well as list the names of all these pretty colors that I'm using. Write a comment and let me know if you have any favorite Stickles colors. I do want to do a black line with the Posca so I can test the glitter glue on top of just the white paper and then on top of some black. There are so many different ways to sample or swatch art supplies. One way is on different types of paper or colors. Then I guess I'm getting pretty close together, so I should divide these up. And hey, I've got room for more colors at the bottom. Swatching art supplies can be soothing and relaxing, meditative, mindful, kind of like you're making a little encyclopedia or reference card or book of your supplies for future reference. Let's start out with the two reds. We're going to compare cranberry to Christmas red. When we go through these, think about the names of the colors and how they can describe them or influence how you see them. I'm used to squeezing really hard in my other bottles because I was trying to get everything out of them, so I'm going to try to squeeze gently. When I finish the colors that look similar to each other, the ones that we're comparing to each other, I'll hold the paper closer to the camera and tilt it at different angles to see what we can determine is the difference and the similarities between these colors of Stickles glitter glue. That was the cranberry. Now for the Christmas red, which in the bottle and in the description looked brighter. Wow, first impression is very similar, but I know there are differences, so let's keep going. We won't get the full effect of how they look until they're completely dry, but let's look while they're wet also and see how similar or different they look on the paper. Now for the two pinks. Glam Pink is looking a little bit deeper and Hibiscus is looking a little bit lighter. Let's see how they show up on an actual paper. Are you seeing Barbie pink here? That's what I'm seeing. Now let's open up Hibiscus and give that a go. Don't you love the names of colors? Hibiscus named after a flower. So fun to think about the names and also the mood that they set when you think about them. In a couple seconds, I'll hold the paper up and move it in different angles again so we can get a closer look because this is like an eye test looking at colors that are so similar to each other. Well, so far the red's looking similar to each other and the pink's looking similar to each other. Very similar but subtle differences. We'll see what happens when they dry. Goldenrod. The next three colors don't have a really similar color that's close to how they look. It's the gold, the green, and the blue, so I'll speed this part up a little bit as I swatch goldenrod, lime green, and ice blue. I can't help but be excited seeing all this glittery goodness on the paper. Let's take a quick look at those last ones. Then it's time to move on to the white or clear. First up is Crystal, and I think I'll speed up this part of the video also because what really matters is when we look at the three of these white or clear colors next to each other after the swatches are finished. It's been quite a few years since I've tried different colors of Stickles glitter glue. I've stuck to my basic four. I don't know that I've ever tried all of these colors here. Next on our lineup is Diamond. Do you feel the luxury and opulence of the name of that gemstone? And then we'll finish it up with Frosted Lace. That name brings up a lot of nice imagery too. Those last three definitely deserve a closer up look. Crystal, Diamond, and Frosted Lace. Let's let them dry for a bit. When they dry, they'll be nice and raised up, a little 3D texture to them. And I definitely don't want to smear them. So I'll come back after they dry. We'll do our final look at these Stickles glitter glue swatches, and I'll share what that bonus surprise was in my bag from the Scrapbook Pal store. While the Stickles swatches are drying, why don't we actually try it out on some projects too. I've been working on these little mini wooden ornaments. These are for a friend of mine, and I'd like to accent them with the goldenrod. Tips for applying this glitter glue to your projects are to hold your hand steady and apply consistent squeezing of the bottle while working. Yes, sometimes I do hold my breath. Also anchor your project by holding it with your opposite hand, and here's the big one. Turn your project so that you're applying the stickles in the direction that seems most comfortable for you. For example, with the points of these stars, doing each line at a time and turning the project so that I could work at angles that felt best for my hand. When you're making just a dot, don't lift the bottle up too quickly when it's finished, because this project is sticky and you want to make sure it's out of the tube and released from the bottle. For curved lines, especially tight curves like outlining these little dots, I find it best to work by doing half of the circle at a time and then going back to the starting point and completing the other half. Just experiment and pay attention to the subtleties of movement, grip, and pressure that work best for you. If you don't like something, wipe it up quickly and try again. A Q-tip can be helpful for that. And if you skipped a spot or made a little bubble, just gently go over it again. Fill it in or nudge the glitter glue that's already there. Oh, so pretty and sparkly. These are finished. That's goldenrod stickles on these ornaments. All right, let's return to the Stickles swatches now that they've dried and see what we've got. Starting up with the two reds, Cranberry, the top one, is very similar to Christmas Red, but Christmas Red is brighter, more of a true red. Cranberry has just that little hint of a blue tone in it, so it's got that deeper, not burgundy, but, well, cranberry red to it. I think it's not necessary to get both of them. They're very close to each other. Glam Pink. Wow, that's a real Barbie pink, isn't it? It is brighter, and the hibiscus is a lighter pink. But again, very close. Not necessary to have both of them in the same project. Goldenrod, lime green, and ice blue. That's what they look like as they have dried. I am used to those three colors and love them a lot. I think I tried Christmas Red years ago, but I hadn't tried these pinks before, and I had not tried the clear or white ones before. Same thing with these, not necessary to have three of them in the same project, but it's fun to compare. Crystal on the top, middle is diamond, frosted lace on the bottom. Frosted lace is the most like pure white. Snow, perhaps. Diamond, what are you seeing? Can you see, especially on that black line, I'm seeing that the diamond has a touch of gold or yellow in it, like an undertone, not as much on the white paper. The crystal is interesting because the undertone of it is different on the white paper compared to the black line. On the white paper, on the crystal, I can see a little bit of pink underneath it, and for the crystal on the black line, I see a little bit of blue, almost like the ice blue. So there are the Stickles glitter glue swatches by Ranger that I did today, and as I mentioned, I've got room on the bottom of this paper, so hey, I can try out some more. Leave me a message, let me know which kinds of stickles you like, or out of these which you like, and hold on a minute, let's look and see what Scrapbook Pal sent me as a bonus gift for ordering through them. I'm excited to try it. Scrappy tape, and actually a really nice bag that I could definitely use for something as well. Have you tried scrappy tape before? I have not. Double-sided tape, very handy, especially on photos, when I'm putting photos in a collage or a scrapbook style art journal or junk journal and don't want to get glue on the photos itself. But it says you can put glitter on it, embossing, micro beads stick to it. Wow, I can see lots of uses for this. 30 yards long, 90 feet. Yay! Thank you much to the Scrapbook Pal Company. Feel free to drop a comment and share how you use scrappy tape too. And thank you for joining me as we did some Stickles glitter glue swatches and some Stickles glitter glue project. Happy creating to you!